Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Transport Fever 2, and welcome back to Bingham, where things are going really, really well. I said that with a lot more hype than I meant to. These YouTube intros, sometimes I do them like 2 or 3 times, because I'm like, man, that one was too quiet, that one was too loud, that one was obnoxious, I did a silly voice. That one was like, Bingham! Welcome back to Bingham! Hey! I don't know. That's what you get. Look. Let me tell you a little story. All right. I have this thing, and I'm talking to my doctor about it to try and figure out what exactly it is. But I tend to sleep. When I finally fall asleep, I sleep for like 12 hours, if not 16, if not 20. Yesterday I slept for like 20 hours for no reason, and we're looking into it, and I don't want internet diagnosis, because if I go on the internet and I'm like, why do I sleep for 20 hours? It's probably going to be like, you're going to be dead tomorrow. So, you know, we're looking into it. Anyway, this is one of those days. Not only did I do that, but I woke up with a migraine. So I'm overly rested to the point that I feel terrible, and I'm on some painkillers for a migraine. So it's a day. Now, it's going to be a good day, because I want to get busy and I want to figure out what we're doing next with the little transport company that we have here, because things are going pretty well. We are making money. If we go and have a look at all of our lines and the various stats that go with them, we can see that, you know, the balance at the top end is $600,000. And at the bottom end, it's only 3 lines. So that's not too bad. And one of those is the bricks line, which wasn't working properly anyway, so that's not bad, to be honest. That's really, really not bad at all. Now, what I'm thinking is that I want to start bringing more things to more places, and I noticed that Middlewich down here happens to want tools and machines. There is a tools factory right here, which is going to use steel to make tools. And there happens to be a steel mill right here, which will use iron and coal to make steel. The only issue is that there's no iron nearby this particular steel mill. But then what I thought was, well, it probably doesn't matter too much, because if I set up the frequencies and the rates properly, we can move a good amount of stuff to the steel mill and out of the steel mill if I happen to want to do that. And we do have coal nearby. We're already using this coal mine. We have a few of them nearby, to be completely honest. So we could play around with that. We could use that coal mine. And then over here by Middlewich, we actually happen to have an iron ore mine. So that kind of got me thinking that what we could potentially do is use the same wagons to bring iron from here over to here, and then bring that steel from here to here, and then potentially, well, not all of the steel, but some of the steel from here to here, and then potentially use the same trucks to go back to Middlewich. I'm thinking we could do a little bit of overlapping stuff here if we really wanted to. So that's kind of what I think I'm going to do. I'm thinking I'm going to connect these guys together with some roads, and we're going to go ahead and see what exactly we can do in terms of a little bit of tools production down here by Middlewich. And I mean, do we need it? Not necessarily. We are producing a lot of tools up there. So I could, well, I wonder if that would be a better idea. Use the same train to bring a bunch of tools to Norton Radstock, and then use trucks to bring them down to Middlewich. We could arguably do the same with the machines as well, which we're now starting to make a lot of up there by that machines factory. Might not be a bad idea. Just load up the trains, bring it to Norton, and use some trucks to bring the stuff down to Middlewich. Like I said, we do have the resources for it. And I suppose we're probably going to need more trains, because looking at this guy, I mean, this train is full, 100 tools on board. There happens to be 250 sitting in this station. So maybe a change of plans on that one. It might not be a bad idea to start, you know, moving a bunch of tools, maybe get another train on there as well. I could just divert a train down this way, but well, I don't know. I don't know. I started this episode, I was, you know, flying around the map a little bit before I hit record, and I was looking for places to start little projects, and I looked at Middlewich, and I was like, oh, that'd be cool. Because the other thing, actually, we are going to do this, because Whitehaven wants the same stuff, so this factory is going to serve both towns. And then maybe we'll use a train to do it as well. But for now, we're going to do this. So we'll bring this guy down to about there. We'll get a nice big old curvy road going like this. And that should be just fine. So what exactly are we going to need? We are going to need a truck station, a nice long platform on it. We'll go for a single platform for now. I think we might swap it out. Actually, you know what? Let's just do the 3 platforms and we can do the three different pickup spots is what we can do. I also need to remember to rotate this properly. So right about, that's not the right button. Right about there should be just fine. 267,000 is a lot of money, but I do have 2.8 million. Good Lord. I didn't realize I had that much money. All right, fair enough. Middlewich getting a new farm there as well. Not bad. Let's put this guy right about here. So that's going to be the pickup for the iron and the coal. We then need a drop-off for both of those things, as well as a... You know what? Let's just do a bunch of platforms on the left as well. We'll go a little bit crazy with this one. We'll go for... I'm going to say about there. Should be just fine. Over this way, we need a single drop-off, and we can probably get away with 2 pickup spots. So we'll do something a little bit like this. And then all we need is a truck unload spot here in Middlewich, which can go about here. And we can get a truck unload spot in Whitehaven, which can go about there. And that should be everything we need to make this work. Now, like I said, I could bring coal from up here, but I think having an equal-ish number of trucks from this side will be just fine. And I think what I'll also do is throw a road depot just here in Middlewich. We have some industry at this end of things, so we'll do the depot. I want to say right about there should be just fine. And now we just need to set up some lines, which should be nice and easy. And I think once I'm done with this, I actually want to take a second and see if I can maybe go ahead and optimize some of my lines, because they're really not that good right now. Also, speaking of lines, I realized what's causing this the black roads thing here, and what causes my what do you call it, the grid lines, the contour lines. I realized why they don't display. One of the mods I'm using, I think it's the extra line colors mod, is just not cooperating with this new version of Transport Fever. So that's why things appear the way they do sometimes, but it's all right. It's not the end of the world. Anyway, road cargo, it is Middlewich. Oh, no. Norton wants machines now? Why has Norton suddenly wanted a 4th thing? Good Lord, let me pause. Let me pause the game while I'm doing this. I don't usually want to pause it, but I'm going to pause it just while we're dealing with this. And we are looking for, what is this? This is the coal delivery. So this is, I guess, coal to steel. And I guess maybe we do coal to steel to tools. Because if I remember right, it's 2 coal, 2 iron to, I think, 1 steel. So in theory, yeah, we can have this drop off on the way back. That'll be just fine. So let's actually do coal to steel to, I guess, tools is what we'll call it. I'm going to copy this because I might do this with the other line as well, with the iron delivery one. And we'll do it in this sort of like lilac color because we totally can. And so the new line here is from here to there to there. We'll go ahead and rename it. This is going to be, I guess, iron to steel to tools. And it's also going to be that same color. So there we go. And so that's both of the raw materials coming in. We then need the delivery from Middlewich south to Middlewich itself, and from the factory to Whitehaven as well. So we'll go for new line. We'll go to here, and this is going to be tools delivery is what we'll call it. We'll go ahead and get that to be the same color as well. It's going to be from here to there, and that should be just fine. And then another new line is going to be from here to Whitehaven, which I think I can get just about there. That's perfect. So this is going to be a different color. We'll go for that darker one. And we'll call this road cargo. And it's Whitehaven. And I guess this is tools delivery as well. So now we need some vehicles. And we'll be good to go. So let's go ahead to the road depot. Let's grab some vehicles. I think what we'll do, we'll go to cargo. we do have this guy. We do have this guy, and I'm kind of excited about it. It's capacity 5. It is faster. I think this is a good place to start using this thing. Let's buy 30 of them. 1.1 million. That's a lot of money, but we'll buy 30 of them. And there's a reason I'm buying 30. I'm going to go ahead and select about 10 of them. So that is 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. They are going to be this color, and they're going to go on the Middlewich coal line. We'll go ahead and grab another 10 of them right here, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Those are going to go on the iron line. And then 5 of them are going to go onto the Middlewich Tools delivery line. And the remaining 5 are going to go in the Whitehaven line. So that's, you know, everything's nice and simple there. So in theory, everything should just work. In theory, these 2 factories, or these 2 mines, they are producing, which is fantastic. This will start producing eventually. These guys are all going to head out. Everything's going to be beautiful. I'm not too sure if that's actually going to make money, but that's fine. I do, however, want to just go ahead and have a look at these 2 lines. So if we go to manage line and we say here, we want this guy to be able to use pretty much every stop, which is perfect. And then for the iron line, it is exactly the same thing. I realized I didn't set the coal one, or I didn't set one of them to work properly there, but that's totally fine. So you go to all of those, and then the coal line manage. I need to add a station here, and that'll be just fine. So now that'll all work the way I want it to. I just need to see, so the coal line here has a rate of 16. The iron line has a rate of about 16. So they actually worked out pretty well. They'll probably change a little bit, because what's likely to happen is that, I mean, the lines, they have more or less the same distance, actually. I think I spaced those out pretty well. So that's not too bad. Looking at this guy, we want to look at Middlewich Tools delivery, and we also want to have a look at Whitehaven Tools delivery so that we can kind of see what's going on here. So 34 is the rate here, 18 is the rate there. I want to say we probably want more vehicles on these lines, but I'll come back to them once they've kind of settled in, and we'll see what it's looking like. I'm not really in a major rush to optimize all of this stuff. I'm actually more interested in optimizing the lines up here by Bingham, because this place has way too much food. There is so much food waiting to get on these trains. It's kind of wild. And then over here, it's a similar story. We have 266 tools sitting about, and then up this way, we have 200 bricks sitting about. So in theory, we could probably go ahead and get another train for this line. I don't know. Is there a train on the way up there? It doesn't look like it. There's actually a train on the way out, and there's 200 bricks still sitting. So 100% we could put another train on that particular line. This guy, I'm pretty sure that's the only train on this line. So I'm 100% going to duplicate that one because I don't have enough money. Really? How much is it to duplicate that train? How much are you worth? That's my question. So train 1 details, running cost is 606,000. The value after 16 years is 1.4 million. Okay, so I'm assuming a lot. Can I now clone it? I still don't have enough money. Good Lord. That is an expensive train. That is a very, very expensive train. I wasn't expecting that, but it's whatever, I suppose. I do think we might actually have an excess of tools sitting about here, especially given that we only have one vehicle and there's about to be another delivery. So let me manage the vehicles here. Let me replace you with this guy. Let me duplicate once, duplicate again. We'll see how that goes. And I'm also going to configure this, I think, with a couple of these large buildings, if it's going to let me. Even the small ones might be worth having, because I get the feeling that this isn't big enough. I think we'll just extend the platforms a little bit because we are about to have another delivery. So we'll do this. We'll let the game run and we'll see what's about to happen. So 108 tools currently sitting in storage there. 162. So yeah, quite a lot. I think having those extra trucks will be pretty good for it. Over here in Bingham, we don't have too many sitting around. We do only have one platform though. And then over in Norton, I'm honestly surprised we have demand for machines now. Population here is not bad. The emissions quality is not great. Traffic is, could be better. So we might want to look into, actually, what is this? Destinations, public transport, plus 50%, private transport, plus 30%. That's not bad. Getting more tools in here is going to help that population grow though. And getting machines in here is kind of the other big deal. So, I mean, I guess when it comes down to it, let's also, so Norton Brick Delivery has 3 of these guys. Manage those vehicles, replace them with these guys for 100,000. So that's not too bad. And we should have this other train on the way with a few tools, not that much, but we'll manage it. We'll duplicate it. And that'll sort out the tools and get more of those going. And that should also lead to more food moving, because this train, if I remember right, does go back and start moving food. So that'll help us out there as well, and hopefully stop this place from stocking up as much as it is. Now, speaking of stocking up, this place is wild. There is a wild amount of food waiting to be turned into, well, booze waiting to be turned into food. So let me pin this. These guys are just wagons. They aren't even the fast things right now. And there's, oh my God. That's a lot, man. That is a lot. This guy is set up to, let me make deliveries down there like that. And I guess manage the vehicles. There's 45 of them. There's no way I'm going to be able to replace them with this guy, which is fair enough. Have I upgraded my passenger lines to this? I think I have. Yeah, 1.6 million. We can nearly afford it, to be fair. So I think if we hold here for a second, oh no, we're down to less than a million. Good Lord. I'm spending a lot of money somewhere. Let me tell you, I'm spending a lot of money somewhere, and I should probably look into that. So 1.69 million. There we go. We're probably going to go broke. We absolutely did. But that's fine. We'll make that money back. And now we're moving the booze faster. I don't think those engined vehicles, I don't think they, wait, yeah, there they are. I don't think, so they just move faster, right? They're still 5, yeah. So they carry just as much, but I think they go 4 miles per hour faster. The only issue is that they're gonna get stuck in traffic, but in theory, they should get more stuff down there, which is kind of what we're looking for. So we'll see how that plays out. Looking here, actually traffic has gotten better. Emissions have gotten worse, which is probably because of the trucks that I have going through there. So I almost wonder, could I get away with sort of like a ring road going around Norton Radstock? I'm curious. So this is going to mess with a main connection. That's going to cost me a lot of money to get rid of that right there. But I'm tempted. I'm very, very tempted. At least this bit here. If I could turn that into sort of like a little something like this. So that goes off that way. And this one sort of goes off that way. So it turns into sort of a fork in the road is what we're looking for. It can come around like this, and that's now reestablished that connection. But this guy, I'm thinking sort of just goes like this, right? And I want to do the same thing here. I want to kind of establish like a fork in the road, and I think that'll be good for us. So sort of going that way and sort of going that way. What we can do is switch over to a street and kind of connect this guy down, which is just fine. We can also upgrade that guy to a street because I can. And then all I need to do, really, is that right there. And I want to see, yeah. So we do have some traffic using it. And it's the trucks heading out, which is kind of what I was expecting. And that should, in theory, reduce the emissions in Norton, right? And it should speed things up as well. It gives the trucks a more direct way to sort of get around there, which is just fine. What are you hauling at the minute? You are holding 42 bricks. Are we about to make a ridiculous delivery to... I think we are. Whitworth demands food now. Wait, what? Where's Whitworth? Is that even somewhere that I'm delivering anything to? Oh, it is. Oh. Oh. Oh, now that's interesting because are we... So the train comes along. This guy comes along. Let me look at this line. Let me manage the line. So you, wait, which train is it? So it stops here and it delivers, wait, what? Hold on. No, so I'm sort of losing it here. So what do? You load up. Oh, you're delivering food to Midhurst. Okay. Interesting. So where do you load up on food? Is it Bingham? Load up on food in Bingham. And then you don't stop in Whitworth on the way back, do you? No. But Whitworth wants food now, so we should probably have you stop in Whitworth on the way back and drop off some food. So unload food on the way back. Yeah, so that's actually going to be really good for us, depending on where the food is wanted. So if we have a little bit of a look, and we go by buildings, go to you. The food is wanted right in the middle of town, so this truck stop is actually going to cover that. So we might actually be okay. We might be able to cover it, assuming we have a truck that is actually taking that that particular stop. Yeah, that'll do fine. That stop right there should do. So these same trucks can deliver food, essentially. So that works for me. That absolutely works for me. All right. So we're now moving more stuff down there. We got more stuff to Bingham. We've got Norton no longer wants machines, I think it was. I think it was machines. I guess that place has gone out of business, unfortunately, but that's totally fine. We can move machines over there. We are making a decent amount of them. And it is it just Whitworth that wants them? No, it's Bingham as well. So looking at this, it's machines delivery to Bingham, machines delivery to Whitworth. Is Whitworth getting as many machines as it needs? Not really. And then Bingham is, wow, Bingham's at 575 people. Bingham could use more tools as well. That's surprising. That is actually kind of surprising. I wasn't really expecting that. This guy's also not really full of food. Why is this place full of food? So Bingham Tools Delivery is also moving food in here. And I think it's doing that because the food to train line is dropping off the food here. Okay. Let me manage this line. So at Bingham Central, you are only loading up on tools is what you should be doing. So load up on tools and nothing else. And that means that the food will only get shipped onto the train. We'll go ahead and extend this platform a little bit as well, just to make sure that things are all right there. And I could probably, wait, Bingham now wants fuel? Oh. Okay. All right. Hold on a second. Now we are making fuel for Peterlee and for Clitheroe. We have a ridiculous amount of crude oil sitting around as well. Good Lord. Not bad. That is not bad. We don't have as much fuel sitting around as I'd like. I'd like to do something about that, but I think moving fuel from Clitheroe down to Bingham, that's a long journey. That's got to be a train. That's 100% got to be a train. Unless there's somewhere down here we can make fuel. Which there sort of is. There's this place, a fuel refinery. We have an oil well. If we had an oil refinery, we could totally do it. We have plenty of oil down here as well by Penrith. But again, nowhere to refine it. Oh, wait a minute. No. I'm an idiot. We have a lot of fuel. We have fuel up here. So what is this one? This is fuel to, what does this say? Fuel to Acton. Okay, so we're moving fuel to Acton. So what we could do, I guess, is set up a train to move fuel to Bingham. The only problem is that a train that moves fuel... Oh, we need another train here. Are you kidding me? A train that moves fuel is not going to be able to move anything other than liquids. So I wonder, we have $3.8 million. If I go to this line, so this is bricks to Norton, that's fine. I could, in theory, modify these trains to take fuel as well. So if I manage this vehicle, and I go to both, they both have a capacity of 60 right now, which is fine. If I go and say, you know, put a tank car in, I don't know, like a dark, maybe not a dark purple, maybe just like a gray. I could say put, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want the train to be too long. I think like 201 meters is probably fine. That's a pretty high capacity for fuel though. Let's not go too crazy just yet. Let's say 4 fuel cars and 4 on this one as well. It's 1.1 million to modify it, but I'm gonna do that because what I can now do is have some fuel brought down to this train station, which by the looks of it is gonna need to be expanded a little bit. Can I get some cargo buildings on here? I absolutely can. So this one has street access as well. We don't need that. Although I guess we can get it if we want to. Let's see, medium side building. Yeah, no. Can I not do a medium building here, really? Oh, that's unfortunate. Medium anything? Nope. Is this a small building? It is. Interesting. Okay. So this has capacity for 10 cargo items. I guess, can I not extend it to the sides? That's unfortunate. Okay. Let's just do a large sort of main building there. Capacity for 80 items, I guess. We'll just sort of dot them along here and that'll be just fine. It's a bit of a size, but that's actually pretty good looking. I think that'll be good for, you know, more cargo storage, and that's sort of what we're looking for. It'll stop this thing from overflowing, which is all right. But yeah, we now need to move fuel down here. So let's, I guess let's set up a new line. So it's going to be from here, which is New Mills, to here. And I guess it's road cargo, it's New Mills, and it's, I guess, fuel to train is what we'll call it. And then the New Mills lines, I need to remember what color they are. New Mills is bright orange, so let's go and get you to be bright orange. And then I need to set this up properly. So first off, go to any platform and go to any platform. Load up on only fuel and unload whatever you got, and that'll be just fine. So that's going to move the fuel down here. Now all I need to do is modify this line. So it's bricks to Norton slash fuel to Bingham, I guess. I think it was. Was it Bingham? It was Bingham. Okay, so Bingham wants fuel. So that's now set up. If I manage this line in New Mills, you're loading up on fuel, right? And then I guess we say don't unload there. Don't unload in Norton either. So that'll be just fine. So you go from New Mills, your first stop is Whitworth. Your second stop is going to be, I guess, Bingham. And in Bingham, we say unload fuel. That's a lot. That's a lot, but I think it'll work. And I think that'll be just fine. So unload in Bingham. And I guess we need to figure out where the fuel's going, right? That's kind of the next step in all of this. Let's give this another platform, I think. Just to sort of give it a little bit of breathing room, so we're not kind of overdoing it here. And then if we go to lines, we go to, well, we don't go to lines yet. We need to see where the fuel's going. So the fuel's going to pretty much the center of town, which is all right by me. We'll go ahead and put the stop right about there. And we'll say new line from here to there. And it is road cargo. It is Bingham. It's fuel delivery. And so it's bright yellow. The first stop is loading up exclusively on fuel. The second stop is unloading everything, and that should now work as soon as I put vehicles on the Bingham line. And I don't think there's a road depot in Bingham, so let's go ahead and get one of those as well, because I don't know why I don't have one yet, but we definitely need one. Where's the industry? The industry's right here. So let's put a road depot. I'm gonna say, I really want to do right there. I think that's a great little spot for it. So can I get it back a little bit? I can get it right about there. Can I get it right against this road? I think that's pretty cool. So we'll go for right about there, and I'll just connect it together with an extra little bit of street. Just something like this. It's not perfectly straight, but it's fine. And so what we'll do is grab ourselves a vehicle. We'll go for the usual that we've been going for lately. 3 of them in bright yellow, and that's going to be fuel delivery. So in theory, that will now be working. The only thing we need is a set of vehicles from New Mills. So go ahead and grab 3 of them. Whatever color, I think New Mills was bright orange, and that is going to be road cargo, fuel to train. So, in theory, we're now moving fuel to Bingham, and that's very exciting. I just think we might need to also upgrade a bunch of our road vehicles in and around this area. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. It's still a lot. It's horses everywhere, man. Upgrading to whatever the latest thing is gonna be, it's gonna be a whole thing. It really is, but I think this is good. Let's take a look down here. How are we doing? Are we making anything? It's impossible to know. I actually have no idea. We have made deliveries of tools to Middlewich though. So that's nice. Have we made deliveries over here? We absolutely have. So in theory, we are actually doing this, which is pretty cool. What I think I'll go ahead and do though, is I'm gonna go to both of these lines, manage vehicles, and just duplicate. It's like $1 million to do that. Oh no, it wasn't. That's good. I'm glad it wasn't $1 million. Manage vehicles, duplicate again. It's expensive, but I think having more vehicles to move more things is gonna be absolutely worthwhile. We got these guys heading out doing their thing. I'm actually thinking it might be worthwhile getting a little road that sort of goes straight past this farm instead of into Middlewich. I think that might be the way to go here. So maybe we could come off of here. We could go straight through the farm, destroying a part of it. I don't love the idea of doing that, but I also don't hate the idea of doing that. How expensive is it? It's 200,000 to kind of get rid of that field, but you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I don't love the idea of doing it, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna go straight into this forest, and we're gonna cut straight up. Oh, I can't. Oh, I thought that was a road there. It's not. That's unfortunate. Okay. In that case, let me do this, coming straight down here. I really thought it was a road connection I was gonna get there, but it's all right. We'll do this as well. And now these guys can go straight through, which is perfect. So that means they should be even quicker. We got a new boat there, which is pretty cool. They'll be even quicker. They'll get to here that little bit faster. We could have went straight over to this farm as well, but I'm not super stressed about that. I'm just hoping that across the board, we're making money still. So $500,000 here. That's the booze to food to delivery line, of course, making almost $1 million on that train line as well. Then down at the bottom, not bad, honestly. Not bad. It's just a couple of little basic things, losing some money. We got some loops making money as well. Honestly, what we got to do, I think, is just save up a bunch of money and upgrade all of the vehicles. We also need to we need to get this moving. Bingham demands fuel. Oh wait, Bingham stopped wanting fuel? Oh, that's dangerous now that I think about it. Now that I've set up a line, we kind of need Bingham to consistently want fuel. That's something we're gonna have to be mindful of, I think, is making sure that Bingham does actually get its fuel here. Now, a little something I think we should probably do is actually go to this food to train line and get more vehicles on it. So I'm just going to duplicate the number of these guys that we have in here and see how that does for us. We do also have this food delivery line, which I'm thinking I'm just going to replace the vehicles on. So we'll get some of these guys in here as well. And to be quite honest, it might not be a bad idea to sort of go down the line of the Bingham, the Bingham lines here, and just sort of replace the vehicles on all of them. We don't have a lot of vehicles in this tools line, so duplicate and replace. Machines will just replace. And so all of the Bingham lines are upgraded. The Clitheroe lines, we could probably upgrade as well. We've got the Midhurst ones as well, which are actually all upgraded. New Mills, I think we did just say we wanted to upgrade, so I guess we do that. We've got the Norton lines as well. I think the Norton ones should probably be upgraded. So we got 30 vehicles here. That's going to be $1 million. 30 vehicles here. That's another $1 million. The tools delivery is, I'm going to just duplicate and replace. So we've got 2 of those, I think. Apparently I only replaced the one of them. So we'll do that. And so now all of the Norton lines are upgraded. I think we'll hold off a little bit. We'll let things rebalance. We'll let everything figure itself out. We do have more vehicles coming down here, so we should see more of this food getting on board the trains, which is good. And honestly, what I'm kind of looking for at this point is to see whether or not fuel is actually getting moved down here. So let's see. Yeah, we do have fuel to Boston, Marvel bricks to fuel. Fuel to train is the one I'm looking for. It doesn't look like it's moving anything, which is slightly concerning. Not too sure how I feel about that one. I'm kind of hoping we can see a little something here. Fuel to train. I mean, its frequency, its rate is 17. It could be better. I'm a little worried about that one. Definitely a little worried about that one. Does Bingham still want fuel? It does. Also, this thing's about to be abandoned, which is all right. We don't really need to worry about that one. Yeah, we might need to look into this. We definitely might need to look into this. Also, I suppose the oil sand delivery could probably be upgraded. We do have a lot of oil sand kind of sitting around. So manage vehicles, replace all of you with this new thing. So it's going to be a little bit faster and that'll be good for us. And we'll see what happens here, I guess. Fuel to train. I mean, absolutely nothing on board unless I've set it up wrong, which I haven't. So that's good. It's always nice to know I've not set things up wrong. I think we might just have to wait for the demand to be greater. I suppose that's an option as well, right? Bingham probably doesn't want, yeah, it doesn't really want much fuel. It's also got a population of 616. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm thinking we might need to start expanding its public transport around here. Because looking at this place, I mean, honestly, the coverage isn't bad. But I might set up another line anyway, just to be a bit different. Sort of go to different places or something like that. So maybe, yeah, let's give it a shot. Let's set up a second public transport line here. It'll have some of the same stops, but not all of the same stops. So instead of this one, actually this one could probably go up here and give us a bit of coverage in that space. So we'll go to there. We'll have it sort of come down, maybe share this stop and then come down the main street. That can be a little bit interesting. Have it come down towards the main street this way. Maybe have a stop there as well. Or, maybe it could go over here. I don't know what we're going to necessarily do with this line. It's going to be a weird one, but sure, we'll give it a shot, I suppose, and we'll see how it plays out. Have it stop there. We'll have it stop about there. We can have it take this turn sort of down this way, I guess. And then it can stop opposite this one is what it can do, or not. It can stop close to opposite that one. And then it can go straight up. So that'll be fine. That'll be like an alternate loop around Bingham. So I want it to go to this side. I want to make sure it's bright yellow so I can actually see where it is. And it's going to go all the way around here. It can come down and share that stop. It then comes down and shares this stop. It goes and hits this stop. It goes, I guess, no, it doesn't want to hit that stop. It wants to hit that one. I make this bright, like blue for a second so I can see where it is. So it goes to there. I guess it then goes to here. it comes down. That's kind of where we want it to go. We could have it go over there. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have it go here. And then it just sort of loops around. So it's a bit of a weird loop around Bingham, but we'll call it what it is. It's going to be, you know, RP. It's going to be Bingham, and it's going to be loop number 2. And that should be just fine. We'll see if that gives us even better coverage for public transport. So buy some vehicles, passengers, these guys. We'll go for, I'm going to say 5 of them for now. Make it bright yellow and put it on road passengers, Bingham loop number 2. And actually looking at this, we might need to go to Bingham loop 2 and get rid of one of these stops. So line manager, Bingham loop 2, that North Street stop kind of needs to go away because we have the vehicles U-turning in the street, which I don't love. So let's maybe go and add a stop right here. And let's go to modify that line. Get rid of the North Street one. Then add a station, add this one. And it's still U-turning, unfortunately. So that's, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. So the 7th stop is back here. Maybe this just needs to be further back. Maybe that's kind of where I've gone wrong with this. So if I bulldoze you and I put the stop sort of here, and then we go, you know, Church Road, add a station here. It still wants to U-turn, which is kind of annoying. I don't love that it does that. Let me just make it bright blue so I can see where it is. Yeah, so it still wants a U-turn. Can I just build a waypoint? So I want a waypoint to be here. Back to the line manager. So after School Lane, go to that waypoint. I think it's because it has to change lane. I think that's what the problem is there. Interesting. So why wouldn't it just sort of cut across this way? That's kind of weird, actually, that it wouldn't sort of just make that turn. I guess just get rid of that stop completely then. But even then it wants to like go up and around. That's so strange. That's a really weird path that it's taking. Why would it be? Oh, I see what I've done here. So after you, it sort of comes down, it goes around. That's a really odd path that it's taking. So now it goes down, it takes that turn. Maybe we just do it that way then, so it doesn't go to here at all. Can I have it go to here and still make that same turn? No. So if it stops in the main street at all, it's going to behave in that weird way with the U-turn, which I don't love. I really don't want it to make that U-turn. Can I have it maybe go down here now? No, it's still going to go up and around. That's really weird. Okay, in that case, get rid of School Lane. Just go to there. And I guess that's a thing that it's going to do. That's really weird. I don't love that it does it, but we're gonna let it do it, I guess. All right, whatever. Oh wait, I need to change that to not be bright blue, don't I? So bright yellow, and that's fine. All right, we'll just leave it be. I'm not gonna I'm pressing every wrong button there. I'm not gonna stress too much about it. It's whatever. I'm hoping that that's gonna be some added public transport. I'm hoping that's, yeah, public transport's up to like 1,000 destinations now. So that's not bad. That's actually pretty good there. So that's gonna help us out. That'll get people around a bit more. And yeah, I think that'll work out. Looking down here, this place is still packed with food. We might need even more vehicles there to make sure it fills up really nicely. And looking up here, there is still no fuel waiting to go to that train, which is really unfortunate. In fact, looking at this, we might need another train on that particular line. But there is just none. There's none waiting to go there. Let's manage these vehicles, replace them with this guy. Just while we're here, there's so much sand waiting to go out that we might as well. And I suppose it's just gonna be a case of hoping. Oh, we're only shipping 2 down there. That's why. I guess that's what's going on with it. Unless I forgot to, did I forget to put vehicles in that line? No. Did I forget to put vehicles in the Bingham one? Is that what it is? By any chance? Did I forget to say like Bingham fuel? Yeah, Bingham fuel delivery does have vehicles. Unless the place that wants fuel has moved. which, no, it definitely hasn't. There's a good few places that happen to want fuel there. Did I tell you to pick up the wrong thing? I did not. So that's not bad either. So Bingham Central, pick up fuel. All right. Yeah, that's a weird one. I guess if there's really not a lot of... I mean, there is a bit of demand for it. Weird. That's really odd. Hopefully it picks up more, I guess. Oh, hold on a second. I've just realized that sand to bricks is going to be moving the fuel. I've been an idiot there, is what I've been. So I can get rid of this line completely. This line's not needed in the slightest because the sand to bricks line is going to cover it. So if I go to new mills and I go fuel to train and say, well, I need to get rid of the vehicles first. So manage vehicles, move you guys to sand to bricks, go back to line manager, or this one, and delete fuel to train. I can now go to sand to bricks and rename that to fuel to train. Well, put fuel to train on there, and we should start to see some fuel get moved down to that train, and that'll work just as well as the separate line for it. So that's not bad. That is not bad at all, assuming Bingham still wants fuel, which it looks like it does. So yeah, that is not bad at all. We've got this train heading back as well to do its thing. We will hopefully see a little bit of a delivery of fuel moving down in the not too distant future. We actually don't have as many tools sitting around, which is lovely. This train isn't even full, actually. Ooh. Okay. Good amount of steel sitting around. I'm thinking we need to look at some rates here. Hold on. So this guy has a rate of 109. All right. That's not bad. This guy has a rate of 89. So we need to increase some things here. All right. So manage vehicles. Give me like 5 more. That gives me a rate of 133. So that should, in theory, give us some excess, which is good. And then that's going to mean, ooh, 133. Yeah, that should be fine. That means that our steel line needs to be at 266. Yeah, that's going to need a much higher rate. So manage vehicles, duplicate. That gives me 76. Duplicate again. That gives me 152. Give me, I want to say 12 more, I think is going to be enough. So duplicate 217. Oh man, that's maybe not going to be enough. Give me like, I don't know, give me 5 more and give me another 5 more. So that should be 271. That'll be fine. That's a lot of money, but that should be fine. So that's going to be a lot of steel going up there. And then, oh my God, wait, if that means, if your rate is 271, and that's steel, that means that the rate of coal and iron needs to be like 500. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? I might have just, oh boy. All right, manage vehicles, duplicate, yes. That gives me 166, duplicate again? Oh man, that's 333. I don't think that's gonna be enough, but 52 vehicles is a lot. So we'll let that be for now. Manage you guys, duplicate, and that'll give me 82, and 82 is 163 roughly. Duplicate that again, 300 and something, 326. Sure. Let's allow that for now. The highest we can go on the rate here is 600. These guys can produce 600 a year, I think is sort of the number there. So maybe give me 5 more, 367. Sure. This is going to be a lot. That's going to be a lot of vehicles. I don't know about this. Midhurst, poor Midhurst is about to get so much traffic. In fact, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get rid of this for a second, and I'm gonna grab a street, and I'm gonna just do that to about there, and to about there, and then bring you out like this. And so now the vehicles have a bit more of a direct route. They don't go straight through the town. That should be just fine. Man, that is, that's a lot. That's a weird looking boat. That's pretty cool. We should start looking into boat. We got a new train as well. Got new cars. Oh, got new tank cars, new gondolas, new flat cars, new box cars. Oof. Oh, I'm gonna have to play with some trains. That's what I'm gonna have to start doing. Definitely gonna have to start playing with some trains. That's gonna be really exciting. That is gonna be really, really exciting. Speaking of passengers, actually, let me have a quick look. So this line here, Norton, Bingham, it stops here, right? So it starts at the green, it goes down to here. I don't know how popular this line is. I did consider getting rid of that line, didn't I, at one point? There's actually a good amount of people kind of waiting for it, which is not bad. The rate's not terrible. Managed vehicles, I think that's the latest one we can get for passengers. Yeah, the rate's not terrible. We might want to get a few more vehicles on it, or I might go back to the idea that I had where I was going to kind of split it, so it kind of splits in Norton, and we have like a line from Clitheroe to Peterlee to Norton, and then one that goes down this way as well. But we'll leave it be for the time being. This guy is... Are you loaded up on any fuel by any chance? No. Oh, that's depressing. Okay. A lot of bricks. A whole lot of bricks. We might need a bigger train. I feel like it's a very distinct possibility. And then slag to bricks to delivery. What are you delivering to again? Where are you? Are you delivering? You're delivering to like new mills, right? That's where this is going? Yeah. So it stops at the avenue. I feel like, how is this doing on the delivery? It could be doing better, I think. Can I swap out these vehicles for these guys, and we'll see if that does any better for new mills? Hopefully that gets a little bit more stuff going in there. Food here is still crazy. There's still a crazy amount waiting to go to the trains. I'm very tempted to say that we maybe get more vehicles in that line as well. Might not be a terrible idea, to be completely honest. Norton is... Oh, I don't love that. The station's quality is not very good. That's a bit of a shame. Okay. It'd be nice to see that population climb a little bit further. Bingham... I think Bingham's gone down. Yeah, station's quality there is now mediocre, which is a problem. So I'm wondering if my little passenger network there is has somehow made things worse. Norton Radstock wants machines again. Oh boy. It needs to be consistent though. It needs to be consistent. There's no point in me sort of shipping things over, you know? If it's not consistent, then by the time machines get loaded onto a train or a truck, Norton's not going to want them anymore. So, I don't know about that. I really don't know about that one. Anyway, I'll tell you what I do know about. I do know that I think it's about time we leave it there for today. I didn't do as much balancing as I wanted to do, but we did get this new line going down here, which it's actually doing all right. It's starting to get some growth out of Middlewich. It's starting to get a little bit of growth out of Whitehaven as well. So if I can get both those places to grow, that's going to be another destination for machines, which is good news for us because we do have a good amount of machines sitting around, to be fair. This guy actually has an abundance of wood, so I'll tell you what we'll do. At least I'll tell you what I think we should do. I think we should look into getting more steel for the machines. So the rate is 83. What is the rate on, let me have a look here. So the rate on steel machines is 83. The rate on planks is 98. So what that tells me is that we can bring the rate on planks down, or we can bring the rate on machines up. So let's pin this line, manage these vehicles, replace them with this. That's going to bring that rate up a little bit, which is good. Eventually it'll do it. But the issue is that I don't think we're actually producing enough steel, or at the very least, the steel is getting moved out very quickly and the slag is not. So, I mean, what is your production right now? 142. You have a lot more coal than you do iron as well. So let me look at these lines and have a quick glance. 140 as the rate on the... Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Pin this. Oh, wait, no, I pinned the wrong one. Pin you, go to iron, go to coal, pin both of those. I'm just going to go nuts on the vehicles here for a second. There's 60 of them. Oh my God, that is a lot. But okay, duplicate $2 million. That's immediately going to fix that a little bit. 35 here. That's going to be $1.2 million. That's fine. So the rate on both of those lines should now go up a little bit because the vehicles are faster. But what I think I'm going to do is try and bring the rate on both of these to, I want to say 200, right? So 160 in the iron one, 180, another 5 vehicles gives me 200. That's perfect. So that's more iron. And then for the coal one, give me another 5, gives me 164. Another 5 gives me 176. Another 5 gives me 189. And another 2 gives me 194. Another 1 gives me 197. One more gives me 200. There we go. So we are now going to be moving a whole bunch of coal and iron in here, which means steel production is going to go up. Steel has a rate of 86. So in theory, we are now going to have an excess of steel, because we are not moving as much steel as we are producing. So eventually we should see some good things come out of that. The only issue is traffic, as it continues to be a problem because there is lots of it. So I almost wonder if I should be a little bit cheeky. I know I said I was going to wrap things up, and I do want to, but I'm going to be ever so slightly cheeky here. I'm going to do a road like this. All right, so a road like this. And I'm going to continue that road to, I want to say about there. And I think I'm going to just go ahead and continue that road all the way up to here is what I'm going to do. Get rid of that excess bit. And I think I'm also going to just upgrade all of that road as well. In fact, we could upgrade it like so, give it more lanes, and that'll be beautiful. We could upgrade this one. It's going to be a lot of money to do that, but I'm going to do it because I can. So that gives us more lanes there as well. It gives us some turning lanes. Now, what I want to do here is basically bring a road sort of out of here. So kind of like this. I don't love how that looks though. I'd really rather it was, you know, a bit less nasty looking, but I don't think I'm going to get that luxury. Let's go for a thinner road as well. I guess we'll do this, and that'll be fine. So this road's going to sort of, you know, cross over the tracks a little bit. I don't love that you kind of have to cross the tracks to get to that road, though, so maybe that's not going to let me do that. That might work. As long as the factory doesn't need to grow again, that should be fine. So sort of bring this guy down to here. And then basically, I want this to just sort of follow the tracks a little bit. So kind of parallel, kind of not. Be down to sort of here. Down like so. And we're going to just connect it to there is what we're going to try and do. So something like that. It's a little bit rough looking. But in theory, I'm kind of hoping what this might end up doing is giving traffic an alternative way to sort of go, you know, down here, across there, and then over to here. That's my idea. So give me this road and have it go up to there. And then doing that, it actually hasn't done what I hoped it would do. I was really hoping we'd see more traffic sort of going down here, but it doesn't necessarily look like it. I guess the guys moving planks can sort of cut straight across, which is good. These guys, though, have decided that that is not something they're going to do. That's interesting. I guess it's probably quicker to go straight down there than it is to go on this little weaving road here. That's unfortunate. I wonder if I made it into like a larger sort of country road. I don't think it's going to let me, though, because I don't think I have the space to do it. No, I absolutely don't. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it does get a little bit smaller at the end there, but they are now using it. And so in theory, that should improve the emissions in Whitworth. And that should improve just the general flow of traffic. I really don't love this little bit of road, though. I don't love it, but I think it's going to have to do. I do. I think it's going to have to do. And honestly, I mean, we have just moved a bunch of vehicles out of the town center, so that's probably going to be useful in the long term. At least I would hope it's going to be useful in the long term. Either way, we will find out in the long term. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do one little thing. I'm going to do one little thing before I wrap things up, because this is really bothering me. I want this road to go from there to there. Just a nice curve is all I wanted there. It was really bothering me the way that was looking there. But that is, hopefully, it is absolutely much better. So that's what I'm looking for. Let's actually go for a bit of a road upgrade around here as well. And you know what? We'll get that one as well. There we go. That's much better. So now traffic can sort of cut right across there. Absolutely perfect. Exactly what we're looking for. Less traffic in Whitworth. Maybe a little bit more flow here. We should see more machine or steel starting to stack up there, and we should see more machine production as a result. So all good things. Either way, that is gonna. I can't speak. I'm trying to get to the outro before I notice something else that I want to do. Either way, that is gonna do us for today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. It has been an absolute pleasure, as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.